सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्म विद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। So we are resuming from Gita Press page 137, mantra number 5, PDF page 55. Okay. Sambandha Bhaashyam. Let's read once. Yasmat
Yasmat
ya eva
yateva
atmanaha darshanam
atmanaha darshanam
आदर्शस्थस्य इव
आदर्शस्य इव
मुखस्य
कस्य
स्पष्टम् उपपद्यते
स्पष्टम् उपपद्यते
न लोकान्तरेषु
न लोकान्तरेषु
ब्रह्मलोकात् अन्यत्र
ब्रह्मलोकात् अन्यत्र
सः च दुष्प्रापः
सः च दुष्प्रापः
कथम् इति उच्यते।
कथम् इति उच्यते.
So we saw this in the last class, the introduction to the mantra number 5. So here, what happened in the fourth mantra? Iha chet ashakat bodhum prak sharirasya visrasaha tataha, etc. we saw. The best time to know yourself, the best time to know about Brahma is Manushya Lokaha. Otherwise, tataha sargeshu lokeshu, one will end up in other worlds, including Bhuloka. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam will be there. This is the best time. And so he concluded the Bhaashyam of that mantra number 4 by saying, Atma Bodhaya Yatnaha Asteya. So now is the time to really inquire into this subject. And it is not simply a subject among one of the many subjects. Hey, everything else is Aparavidya, this is Paravidya. The Paravidya, Bhuloke, Manushya Sharire, when we have that human birth, now is the time. That is what is said here. So that Iha is an important word in that mantra. Iha means in this life that we are experiencing right now, in this life when we are hearing Yamadharma Raja's words, that life. All right. Now, in this Sambandha Bhaashyam, he is saying, Katham, Katham. Okay, tell me how I can know it. Can you explain this a little more? Why do you say so like that? He has said that Adarshasthasya iva mukhasya spashtam upapatti. Saying that Adarsha was not, was mentioned Okay. Yeah. So there in the previous Bhaashyam, there is no mention of this Adarsha. I was looking for Adarsha. Adarsha means mirror. Asamantat drishyate iti Adarsha. So that in which your face is very easily, distinctly visible is called Adarsha, which is a mirror. So he is bringing in the mirror. So, yasmad ihayeva atmana. Hey, because in this Manushya Janma only, you can see yourself clearly, just like you can see your face clearly in a mirror. That has been said. The mirror part, Shankaracharya is introducing because it's coming in the next mantra actually. So, and in other worlds, it's not possible. That kind of clarity will not be there, which also he will list in the next mantra. Okay. Tell me how. Tell me how much. Clarify that. Elaborate that idea. What do you mean by that? That is what is being said. Katham iti uchyate. And he said, Brahmalokat anyatra. No, no, no. There is one loka. There is one loka. It's called Brahmaloka, where we hear that Brahma Vidya is easy to gain, like Manushya Loka. It's easy to gain. Okay. But Shankaracharya puts a clause there. Saha Brahmalokaha cha dushprapah. Dukkhena praptu shakyah dushprapah. Difficult to attain, difficult to achieve. That we already saw in the 8th chapter. We already saw in the 8th chapter. So Arjuna asked the question, Kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam? Shloka number 1. I like that he asked the question. And then prayana kale chakatam nyeyosi niyatatmapihi. That prayana kale, in the last days of one's life, how should one prepare oneself? Okay, to reach the best destination. Best destination in the death, at the time of death, since moksha has not been gained, best destination can be Brahmaloka, maximum, another loka. Okay, Punar Janma is there. So that best destination he asked for. The entire 8th chapter. That's why we say 8th chapter is an odd man out. Is very different from every other chapter. It doesn't talk about Jivan Mukti. It talks about how to reach that Brahmaloka. Because that was Arjuna's question. So then in the 10th shloka of the 8th chapter, he said, Prayanakale manasa chalena. Okay. And then Bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bhruvor madhye pranamaveshya samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. Like that Krishna had said. So, lot of concentration is needed. Prayanakale manasa achalena manasa, with a mind that is steady. Too many restrictions are there. So bhaktya yuktaha, imbued with devotion, and then yoga balena chaiva, with the strength of ashtanga yoga that the person should have practiced all along. The yama niyamadi, samadhi, dharana, everything is there. Pranayama, yoga balena, Krishna is saying. And then bhruvor madhye pranamaveshya samyak. The prana, the life force. See, towards the end of the life, one is disciplined, etc. One can see the prana. One can see the prana weakening. One can see the prana wanting to depart the body. Therefore, that person can say, I want to die now. I'm going to pass away now. You can leave me alone. It's possible. Because that self-discipline is there, concentration is there. One is able to see the movements of the body, prana in the body. So that idea is mentioned here. And then Rovar Madhya Pranam Aveshya Samyak. Then the you have to focus on the chakras. Mooladharam is there at the bottom between the genitals and the anus. focus on the Muladharam, and then the Sushumna Nadi is there, going from there all the way to the top of the head, okay, Sahasrara. And then the pranam is brought out by focusing initially on the lower madhya. The energy just goes out. Prana just goes out. All this one has to do. Prayana Kali, last days. First of all, we don't know how the last days are going to be. We can't plan for the last days. This is how I want my end to be. Nobody can say. No human being can say. And so, there itself, there is a problem. But then there are all these difficulties. You have to be, one has to develop oneself in this manner. So, Shankaracharya says, Dushprapaha, there itself is said. And then Sarvadvarani Samyamya Manohridi Niyamya cha, he continues, 12th shloka, look at that. Murdhya Murdhyadha Yatmanah Pranam Astito Yoga Dharanam. Omityekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Manusmaran. So many things are there. If Prayati Tyajan Deham Sayati Paramam. That 12, 13, etc. He talked about it. So that we bring here. Sacha Dushprapaha. So Katham Iti Uchyate. So now Yama will tell a little more details about why or can you explain to me a little more about why I can't postpone my self-discovery to another loka. Next loka, I want to enjoy a little. Life is good, and I've done a lot of good things. I'm fairly certain I'm going to get a better life next time. So next time I'll pursue this. Like that, if I say it, then Yama is going to say this. Okay? Mantra number 5. Who is next? Yeah, Ramesh. यथा दर्शे तथात्मनि
यथादर्शे तथात्मनि
यथा स्वप्ने तथा पितृलोके
यथा स्वप्ने तथा पितृलोके
यथाप्सु परीव ददृशे
यथाप्सु परीव ददृशे
तथा गन्धर्वलोके
तथा गन्धर्वलोके
छाया तपयोरिव ब्रह्मलोके.
छाया तपयोरिव ब्रह्मलोके.
Yeah. So because of this means because in the earlier shloka it was said that human life is best. Now here Yama is saying, giving some more elaboration why it is like that. He's going to give some examples. He's going to say, look at this. So 4 lokas are mentioned in this mantra. 4 lokas. Okay. So one is Iha. So first one, Yatha Adarshe. Tatha Iha Atmani. That Iha is missing. In the missing means what? Shankaracharya will add. First, Yatha Adarshe Tata Iha Atmani. In this body, in this life, in Bhuloka, okay, and it is like Yatha Adarshe. Adarshe means this mirror. Just like you can see your face clearly in the mirror. Clearly, there's no problem at all. Like that, that's the type of vision you will have in the Manushya Loka when you study Brahma. Yeah. Adarsh. Okay. Then that, and then yatha swapne tatha pitriloke. So swapnavastha is there, dream world is there. And just like in the dream world, how things are in the dream world, like that it will be in Swargaloka. Pitriloka means Swargaloka, all the Pitris and other great worlds, great lokas. Okay, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, etc. Great lokas. How? What do you mean by Swapna Loka? Means Swapnavastha means what? Well, dream world is there, but the memory of the dream world is gone. Gone. The minute you wake up, it's gone. You have vague idea, vagueness, vague idea. I had a dream. That's all you can say. What? How? What dream did you have? You can say initially. You can say, but it seems to just disappear. The memory seems to disappear. So hazy, very hazy. That is Pitraloka. Then what is he saying? Yathapsu pariva dadrishe tatha gandharva loke. Okay. Tatha Gandharva Loka. Now he's talking about Gandharva Loka. Suppose you bring up new lokas. Gandharva Loka is it. Manushya Gandharvanam. Taittiriya Upanishad talks about many lokas. Okay. Gandharva Lokanam Anandaha. Manushya Gandharva Loka. Deva Gandharva Loka. Then Pitru Loka. Then Ajana Janam Deva Lokaha. Karma Devanam Deva Lokaha. Then Deva Lokaha. Then Indra Lokaha. Then there is Prajapati, etc. So many lokas are there, big lokas. There the idea is each loka, the joy is 100 times the previous loka, then 100 times the previous loka, then 100 times like that. That's calculus is there.
Gradation.
Gradation is there. How? That so Gandharva Loka example he's giving. How will it be? How will the knowledge you gain in Gandharva Loka be? Yatha apsu pariva means what? Just like you see a reflection in unsteady waters. You can see a reflection. You can see, yeah, that's me. You can say, that's about it. You can't see anything more. You can, then it's not distinct at all. Water is also shaking, and so you can't make out anything. And so, like that, this particular Paravidya study in Gandharva Loka, if you say, I want to postpone, I want to see first, go to all the places. People say, I want to go to many places. And so, like that, don't choose to go to Gandharva Loka because that's how the life will be there. That's how this kind of Vidya, especially, will be. Then, one more Loka. Chaya Tapayoriva Brahma Loke. Brahma Loke. Then Brahma Loka is there. Satyam, last Loka is Brahma Loka. So, there, Chaya Tapayoriva. Chaya means shadow. Tapaha means light. Just like light and shadow is crystal clear, difference you see. Brahmaloka also you can see exactly like Bhuloka. There also clarity will be good. You have the opportunity to have clear knowledge of Atma. Because knowledge, knowledge means there is a Brahma Avagati Paryantam, Shankaracharya says in Brahma Sutra. Hey, until you know Brahma, there will be a desire to know. The minute you know it, you will know it when you know it, and then after that there is no more a desire for Brahma. Like that he talks there. So that clarity will be there in Brahmaloka also. That's the basic idea. Then Shankara will conclude, therefore do not waste this life. That idea will come. All right, let's see the Bhaashyam. Yatha adarshe
यथा आदर्शे
pratibimba bhutam atmanam pashyati
प्रतिबिंब इव भूत आत्मानं पश्यति
lokaha
लोकः
atyanta viviktam
अत्यन्तविविक्तं
tatha iha atmani
तथा इह आत्मनि
स्वबुद्धौ
स्वबुद्धौ
आदर्शवत्
आदर्शवत्
निर्मलीभूतायां
निर्मलीभूतायां
विविक्तम् आत्मनः दर्शनं भवति इति अर्थः.
विविक्त आत्मनः दर्शनं भवति इति अर्थः.
Good. So he's explaining the first quarter of this. Yatha adarshe tatha atmani. So two words are there, atma. Two atmas are there in this sentence. Pratibimba bhutam atmanam pashyati. So yatha, just as pratibimba bhutam reflected, atmanam means one's body, oneself. You see oneself on the mirror. So their atma is not Sachidananda atma, oneself. So yatha pashyati lokaha. Lokaha means the world of people, singular. World of people, they all know about mirrors. Give the example of mirror, no human being can say, I don't know what a mirror is. And so, all right. So, yatha, just like people see their faces in their mirror, their bodies in the mirror. Pashyati lokaha. How do they see? Atyanta viviktam. Atyanta viviktam pashyati. They see clearly. There is no doubt that this is my face or not. I'm not sure. Is it your face? Like that, there's no doubt at all. Absolutely no doubt. And so even in an elevator you stand, sometimes there are mirror all over this. Or in a store you go, mirrors all over. No doubt, absolutely no doubt. That's why they have mirrors in these cloth stores where you can wear your dresses and look at yourself. And so no doubt at all. And so like that, atyanta viviktam. The word viveka comes from the same root, which means vibhagaha, clarity. That's why we say atma anatma vivekaha. Crystal clear. You have to be clear about atma and anatma, like that we saw earlier. So here also, same thing. Atyanta viviktam means very clearly, very distinctly. I can make out the borders of my face, like that. Every hair also I can see. I can go closer, I can see more details, like that. Atyanta viviktam, very distinctly. So atyanta viviktam is an adverb to pashyati. Atyanta viviktam pashyati, clearly sees. Or atyanta viviktam can be an adjective to pratibimba bhutam atmanam. The clear body, clear reflection is seen. As opposed to you see your face clearly, right? Two. One is adjective, one is adverb. Both are okay, but sees clearly is better. Is better. You think about that. Adverbial usage is better. All right. Yatha. Just like that. Tatha. Shankaracharya supplies the word iha. Iha means asmin loke. Right now, at this very moment that we are all experiencing Manushya Janmani, in this Manushya Janma, iha, here, literal meaning here. Atmani, Atmani. Yes. And then the verb is not there. Verb is not there. So you have to go all the way to the end to supply verb. And we'll see. Let me see what verb Shankaracharya. Okay, Atmanaha darshanam bhavati. That's what he's saying later. So you have to put in brackets. Yata iha, yata adarshe. Then just as in the mirror, one is able to see clearly. Likewise, tatha, 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 atmani, atma darshanam bhavati. The self-discovery, the vision of Atma will be exactly like I can distinguish myself in the mirror. He's saying Atmani, that is Saptami Vibhakti. In Atma, he says. That in Atma again has nothing to do. Shankaracharya is saying, Swabuddhau, in your buddhi. In your buddhi. In your buddhi only the vision can happen. Nowhere else it can happen. So, Swabuddhau, in one's own intellect, one's own buddhi, Adarshavat Nirmali Bhutayam. He's completing the sentence here itself. Adarshavat Nirmali Bhutayam Viviktam Atmanaha Darshanam Bhavati. Clear. So, just Adarshavat, just like in the mirror, just like the example of the mirror, Adarshavat, right? Just like. Vat means just like. And what kind of mirror? Preferably Nirmali Bhutaya, preferably free from all this dust and things that are there on the mirror due to repeated use and all that. You can have a mirror that's covered by mala. And so Nirmali Bhutaya mirror, make the example Pakka. So it's clean, crystal clear, a good mirror. Tatha Swabuddhau, in your buddhi, Viviktam Atmanaha Darshanam Bhavati. Atmanaha Darshanam Bhavati. The vision of Atma takes place. Atma Drishti takes place. One discovers Atma. That knowledge takes place. How? Viviktam. Clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Means I know exactly everything now. Everything the Shastram told me about. That this clay is Satyam and pot is Mithya. Mithyatma Nishchayaha was there initially. Yes, I got it. Mithya is there. So I have to go after Satyam. That clarity is there. And that clarity came all the way. Helped me all the way to recognize that, hey, I am Purnaha. I am full. Not only I am full, I am the one that is filling up the entire universe. Because the entire universe is Mithya and there is only one Satyam and I am that Satyam. It has to be the Satyam of the universe also. And so Brahma, Satyam, Jagan, Mithya, crystal clear. Viviktam darshanam. Okay. Ityartaha. Okay. Viviktaha visheshena vinakti. Viviktam. All right. That is one example of the knowledge that we can gain in this life. Let's read the next one. Yatha swapne
यथा स्वप्ने
aviviktam jagat.
अवि
Sorry,
अवि
aviviktam
अविविक्तं
jagrat vasanodbhutam
जाग्रत भासनोद्भूतं
tatha pitruloke
तथा पितृलोके
aviviktam eva
अविविक्तम् एव
darshanam atmanah
दर्शनम् आत्मनः
karma phala upabhogasaktatvat
कर्मफल उपभोगासक्तवात्
saktatvat
तत्त्वात्
saktatvat asaktat.
सक्तत्वात्
Yeah,
आसक्तत्वात्.
correct. So now he's going to the second quarter of the mantra, or the second mention here. Yatha swapne tatha pitruloke. That's what he's explaining. So Pitrulok. Now he's going to tell us how it's going to be in Pitrulok. I mean, this is pramanam for us. All this Yama is talking, Upanishad, Veda, and Matru Pitru Sahasrepyaha. What is that? Hitakari. So we like 1,000 mothers and fathers. That is the kind of love the Shastram has for us. And so what the Shastram says cannot be wrong. Therefore, these are all very important shlokas for us. And because see, we don't have a list of people who went to Brahmaloka and came back, Pitraloka and came back to tell us stories. People say stories. I went to Bali, I went to this falls, Niagara Falls, and then they tell you all kinds of stories. But like that, we don't have people telling us stories. So for this is Pramanam. Tatha Pitruloke. Pitruloke, how will it be? Like in Swapna, Yatha Swapne Aviviktam Jagrat Vasana Udbhutam. In Swapna Avastha, whatever dream I had, it was all very vivid when I dreamt. Whether it was a good dream or a bad dream, it was all vivid. Because I won't be sweating, I won't be seeing a dog running and sweating if it was not vivid. Vague. Oh, something vague is happening. No, nothing vague is happening. Dog is chasing and I am also sweating. Okay, nothing vague about it. It's crystal clear there. But then the minute I wake up, you just say I had a nightmare and then the whole thing just evaporates completely. That's what he's saying. Aviviktam. Previously he said viviktam, didn't he? He said, previous sentence, look at it. Viviktam atmanaha darshanam bhavati ityartha. And Adarshe Atyanta Viviktam, he had said, mirror, Atyanta Viviktam, crystal clear, Atyanta. But here, Aviviktam, no, it's just not clear. Very hazy, vague memory you have. Vague memory. And I think what you have to do is, I think we have to write down them. I think there must be some people who will tell, write down your dream and all. Some therapy and all will be there. I can guess. Because if you write down, then you relive it and maybe it's therapeutic. That's possible. And so, Jagrad Vasanodbhutam. Jagrad Vasanodbhutam. Okay, now we have to go to Tattva Bodha. We studied Tattva Bodha. And there, Avasthatrayam Kim, like that student asked the question. Then the teacher said, Jagrad Avastha, Swapna Avastha, and then Sushupti Avastha, like that he had said. Then again the student asked the question, Jagrad Avastha ka, Swapna Avastha ka, like that he had said. Okay. Okay, so Swapna Avastha ka, we have to recall from there. So, Yad Jagrad Avasthayam Drishtam. Okay, Drishtam. Okay. Yad Jagrad Avasthayam Yad Drishtam, Yad Shrutam. Whatever was heard and seen in the waking world. Okay. Tad Janita Vasanaya. Tad Janita Vasanaya. What happens when we have these experiences, waking experiences? It becomes embedded and in the mind. And it is called Vasana. Vasana. Tad Janita Vasanaya. The Vasana generated from our waking world experiences. Tad Janita Vasanaya. Okay. Nidra Samaye. When in the waking state, Yaha Prapanchaha Pratiyate Sa Swapnavastha. Yaha Prapanchaha Pratiyate. That world which just appears out of nowhere. No, it's not out of nowhere. That Janita Vasanaya only it appears. Out of nowhere is just a matter of speaking. But Vasana is. So that's Shankaracharya say, Vasanodham. So then something triggers. There has to be a trigger also. Why should it come? Every day I don't have a dream. Some days I have a dream. Some days this dream, that dream, etc. So yeah, so there is a trigger. There is a niyama. For everything, there is a niyama. And so that's why Shankaracharya is saying Vasanodbhutam. Look at that. Look at the consonants in the Shastra. All different acharyas, different shastrams, they all have to say the same thing. You can't have different things, different Brahma Vidyas and all, not possible. It has to be consonant. Consonance has to be there. So that is what Vyasacharya will say in the fourth sutra of the Brahma Sutra. Tattu Samanvaya. It's all the Upanishads and Smriti are talking about the same thing. Anyway, so Aviviktam eva Atmanaha darshan. Atmanaha darshan, that clarity, that knowledge of Atma is aviviktam, is unclear, totally unclear, like in the Swapnavastha, where tatha pitrloke. Pitrloka, if you say, there, this is the problem. Okay, so can't postpone, can't say I will go and do Brahma Vidya and Pitrloka. Huh? Why? Why is that word like that? Karma, phala, upabhoga, asaktatvat. because Pitraloka is a upalakshanam for many lokas. Yeah. And so all the seven up. And so yes, because they're all bhoga pradhana lokaha. Bhoga pradhana loka. Just like you take children and take them, they're studying at home, all right. They're all good students. But even the good students, you take them on a cruise and ask those good students to study on a cruise. No, after you go home, you have the next exams coming up. Yeah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, let them come up. What's your problem? And then should over there run. They'll run. Why? That is the type of world it is. World is like, there is no question of studying and all that. Karma phala, upabhoga, asaktatvat, upabhoga. So, it's a world where you come close to the bhoga. It is achievable bhoga. Upa, samipe. It's all right there for you to experience. And you go to the cruise, I told you, it's all there. You have to choose. There are only about 25 varieties of desserts. And you can't say, I won't. Who can say, I won't? Please tell me. You have to try it out. You do what you should find a sannyasi or somebody and just take them on a cruise. Swami, you haven't gone on a cruise. Swami may say no, but nobody else can say. Unpossible. And so, upabhoga, asaktatvat, asakta, that attachment to all these kinds of bhogas is very much there, which is born of karma only, karma phala only. It's karma phala, nothing is free. And so, being entangled and attached into those pleasurable experiences, enjoyments, born of karma, okay. That is why Vairagyam is a requirement for Brahma Vidya. You can now see. So that is how this so-called Pitraloka is. It will be a hodgepodge. Ityarthaha. You try to study and all, mind won't be there. We're welcome to take books and all that, but it won't work. So, okay, Dam of permission. Isha Upanishad, etc. Similar mantras are there. All right. Next third quarter is going to come Yatha Cha Apsu. Let's see that. Yatha Cha
Yatha cha
Apsu Avivibhakta
apsu avivikta
Vibhakta.
avayavam. It says.
So
Avivik.
Avivibhakta.
No. In my there it says aviviktavayavam. Is that a
So
typo?
yeah, so there is a typo. You have to put a V, another V there.
Where V?
Avivibhakta. Must be Avivibhakta.
Avivivakta.
Bhakta.
Vakta or bhakta?
Bhakta. Just like all the words we have seen before. So, or Avivikta.
Avivivakta.
Oh, sorry. No. It can't be Bhakta. It has to be, the Bha has to be changed to V in the Gita press. In Gita press, there is a Vibhakta, Avibhakta. So, Avibhakta is also okay. But going in synchronizing with Shankaracharya's commentary before, we have to say Avivikta. Must be Avivikta. I don't know about your notebook. It might be okay. Huh?
Yeah, it is fine. Avivikta.
Avivikta, right. So, Aviviktavayavam.
Aviviktavayavam.
Atmarupam.
Atmarupam.
Pariva dadrishe.
Pariva dadrishe.
Aviviktameva.
Okay, it says paridrishyata iva.
Sorry, paridrishyate iva.
Paridrishyate iva.
Tatha gandharva loke.
Tatha gandharva loke.
Aviviktameva.
Aviviktameva.
Darshanam atmanaha.
Darshanam atmanaha.
Evam cha.
Evam cha.
Lokantareshu api.
Lokantareshu api.
Shastra pramanyat.
Shastra pramanyat.
Avagamyate.
Avagamyate.
So he's going to talk about this Gandharva Loka, how it is. Okay. Yathacha apsu. Apsu means in waters. In the waters. See, in Sanskrit, it's very unique. This up. Up is the pratipadikam for water. And water is always in plural, never in singular. That particular word, up, is always in plural. So apaha, up. So there is no singular and dual. Very interesting. So apaha, apaha, and then adbihi, adbyaha, adbyaha, apam, apsu, saptami. So you can look into your declension table. So apam is shashti, right? Where do you see apam? Anybody?
Shashti only. Shashti.
Shashti, where do you see it? Where is it used? That word apam.
Somewhere in the mantra where it is of the waters, the devata
Ah,
of water.
ah. Yopam pushpam veda pushpavan prajavan pashuman bhavati chandramava apam pushpam pushpa that apam. That is Shashti of waters. All right. So यथाच अप्सु अविविक्त अवयवम आत्मरूपम परिव ददृशे. So in waters, just like atmarupam in waters, apsu. In the waters, the image of yourself, atmarupam, their atmarupam is self, image of the self, of yourself, your body, physical body, in the waters. Okay. Avivikta avayavam. Avayavam means part. And you see many parts. It's like all parts. Parts of the body are all floating somewhere. Because it need not be unsteady waters. This here you have to look at it as unsteady waters. And the body is broken into parts, and it's just some kind of a chewing gum of parts put together, And avivikta avayavam atmarupam pariva dadrishe. Pariva dadrishe. Shankaracharya is saying it's a Chandasam usage. It should be paridadrishe iva first. Paridadrishe iva. That iva has to come after dadrishe. Paridadrishe iva. Paridadrishe is past tense, and so we have to bring it to present tense, lat. And so he's saying paridrishyate iva. I hope you're following. First step is that iva has to be brought out from pariva and put after dadrishe. And Chandasam. So Veda has a license to do this. And so it is splitting. The prefix cannot be split from the from the main word in Sanskrit. Prefix has to be attached. But here it is split. Pari dadrishe iva. That is how that should be read. It is past tense. So Shankaracharya is bringing it to present tense. Passive voice. Paridrishyate iva is seen in the waters. This kind of indistinct image of oneself is seen. It has many parts. Avayavam is seen. Paridadrishe, paridrishyate iva. Okay. And so because chanchalam, the water is taking unsteady. Chanchala. So, chanchalyatvat tatha gandharva loke aviviktam eva darshanam atmanah. Just like that, if you go to Gandharva Loka also, this is how it's. This is how it goes. You can't really get a clear vision of yourself at all. Like in this water. Swami Paramahanandaji says, you see, in Tamil Nadu, we have something called December season. We call it this music season. It's called. And they have music concerts, every day music concerts. And for a month, you go to this sabha, that sabha, everything. There is all music, free concerts everywhere. People come and so Swamiji says in Gandharva Loka, it's music season, December season throughout. January is also December season, February also December season, March also December season. Like that he says. So something like that.
Margai or something, no? Margai.
Margai, correct. Margai, yeah. So, okay, we have not read this. Okay, evam we have read. Okay. Evam cha lokantareshu api shastra pramanyat avagamyate. Shankaracharya wants to finish this discussion by saying, like this, you can keep going loka after loka. Shankara is saying, shastra pramanyat, there is shastra pramanam for these things. And like that, from those shastra pramanas, other worlds also, lokantareshu api. Other worlds, in case you have a doubt, oh, am I only talking about 2 or 3 lokas? I want to do some research and find out about other lokas. You are welcome to find out. He says, Pramanyat avagamyate. This is how it's going to be. That is how it is understood from the Shastra Praman. Like that, Shankaracharya is saying. He is not quoting what it is, but Shankaracharya obviously knows. He's read the entire Veda. And so, which talks about the Karmakanda, talks about many lokas, which in fact Nachiketa's father is working for. Right? Vajeshwaras is working for that kind of a loka. So, Shastra Pramanyat Avagamyate, understood. All right. The last quarter, Shankaracharya is explaining. Go ahead, Vijay. Chaya tapayoho iva.
Chaya tapayoriva.
Atyanta viviktam.
Atyanta viviktam.
Brahmaloke eva.
Brahmaloke eva.
Ekasmin.
Ekasmin.
Sacha dushprapaha.
Sacha dushprapaha.
Atyanta vishishta.
Atyanta vishishta.
Karma jnana sadhyatvat.
Karma jnana sadhyatvat.
Sadhyatvat.
Sorry?
Sadhyatvat.
Santyatvat.
Tasmat.
Tasmad.
Atmadarshanaya.
Atmadarshanaya.
Iha eva.
Iha eva.
Yatnaha kartavyah iti abhiprayah.
Yatna kartavya itya abhiprayah.
Yeah. So last part. Chaya tapayoho iva brahmaloke. That is explained. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay. So 4 lokas are given in 5 pieces. Chaya tapayoriva. So chaya and atapa, just like shadow and light, how distinct they are. Let's look at what the final sentence is. Brahmaloke. He is Brahmaloka. Brahmaloke means in Brahmaloka, how it will be, he is going to explain. He is saying chaya tapayoho iva atyanta viviktam. Again, the same word viviktam he is using. Atyanta viviktam was used for yathadarshe tata iha atmani. First quarter of the mantra. There Shankaracharya had said atyanta viviktam. So here also he is using the same word. Chaya tapayoho iva. Atyanta Viktam. How crystal clear it is. Nobody can make a mistake between light and shadow. Darkness and light, nobody can make a mistake. Okay. Exactly like that, it will be in Brahmaloka. Ekasmin eva. Ekasmin eva. Very interesting. The one and only Brahmaloka. There is no equal to Brahmaloka. Ekasmin. One and only. So one on this phrase I learned in America. They have this thing called World WWF, some Worldwide Wrestling Federation or something like that. So all these wrestling matches, it's all mock matches are all done, and everybody comes and shouts, "The one and only," like that he will say, and then whatever his name, they have a peculiar nickname for each of these guys, and so that one and only, like Muhammad Ali, the greatest, one and only, right? So like that, Brahmaloka also one and only. Eva ekasmin, only in that, only one. Eva, only one. Brahmaloka. There is no other loka like Brahmaloka, right? So there, that's what he's saying. And so so you don't have too many options. Either Bhuloka or Brahmaloka. And Brahmaloka is Dushprapa. That's all. So he wants us to conclude the discussion that way. Sahaja Dushprapaha. That also we saw earlier. Dushprapaha. Very difficult to attain. That Saha refers to Brahmaloka. Okay, not Brahma Vidya. Brahma Lokaha is difficult to attain. Why? Atyanta Vishishta Karma Jnana Sadhyatvat. Okay, we saw Jnana here refers to Upasana, not Atma Jnana. Karma and Upasana Sadhyatvat, because it is accomplishable or it is accomplished only by very specific Vishishta, very specific Karma and Jnana. Means Karma and Upasana. So, War Madhye, Pranam Aveshya Samyak, very, very specific instructions are given. You can't deviate. You can't say, I'm good at something else and so I will do that something else. That something else is not possible. Vishishta Karma, Vishishta Jnana. Okay, very specific instructions are there in order to reach Brahmaloka. And because of that nature, it is Dushprapa. And here also, so Yama also had given a way to go to Brahmaloka, right? Nachiketa Agni, then you have to do Virad Upasanam on that Agni. Then also Brahmaloka possibility is there. There are different ways, but each way is very, very specific. That's what he's saying here. All right. Tasmat, therefore means Nigamanam. Shankaracharya is concluding. Atmadarshanaya iha eva yatnaha kartavyaha iti viprayaha. You understand this very well. That is how he concluded the previous mantra commentary also. So the implication is that Atma Darshanaya, if you want to know yourself, if you have made up your mind to know yourself, then iha eva yatnaha kartavyaha, iha manushya janmani, iha bhuloke, right now, here. No time is better than now for Atma Darshanaya, Atma Jnanaya, iti abhiprayaha. That is the implication. That is how this whole discussion must be concluded and understood. It is not meant to describe different lokas. That's not the purpose of the mantra. It's meant to get our attention back to Brahma Vidya. And so that's why here already said earlier, Nayam Atma Pravacharena Labhyaha Na Medayana Bahunashrutena Yamai Vesha Vrinite Tena Labhyaha Yasesha Atma Durinute Tanum Swam. All those he has said. Hey, you must choose to know, first of all. You must choose to know. And once you choose to know, then, and this choosing to know can happen only in Manushya Loka, the current business. All that, this is the best time. That's why Maitreyi also, Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi, Atma va are shrotavyaha mantavyaha, itityasitavyaha. Right now. So this mantra does not say that Brahmaloka is difficult to accomplish. This mantra doesn't. Which mantra says? Previous mantra only. Previous mantra says, Iha ched ashakat bodhum prak sharirasya visrasaha. Right? We saw that. So if you miss this boat, then it's going to be difficult. That's what it said. All right. Okay. So let's. The summary of this is what? This mantra is talking about various lokas and how is there a possibility of gaining this Brahma Vidya in those lokas? And Brahmaloka and Bhuloka is identical in that matter. That in this matter, Achintya Viviktam. So that he mentioned. And so, final conclusion is human birth is ideal for Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. All right, let's do the Anvaya of this mantra. All right. Yatha Adarshe. Now, everything I'm going to say now is in brackets. Lokaha Atmanam. Lokaha Atmanam. Atyanta Viviktam Pashyati. यथा आदर्शे लोकः आत्मानम् अत्यंत विविक्तं पश्यति ब्रैकेट्स क्लोज कॉमा तथा इह विथ इन ब्रैकेट्स तथा इह आत्मनि मूलम sentence in the moolam ends there तथा आत्मनि so we have to complete it here आत्मनि now everything else in brackets स्वबुद्धौ विविक्तं आत्मनः दर्शनं भवति स्वबुद्धौ let's do it this way स्वबुद्धौ आत्मनः दर्शनं विविक्तं भवति adverb is better स्वबुद्धौ आत्मनः दर्शनं विविक्तं भवति how Shankaracharya's words got it I think you got this right Arthaspuranam so got it what I meant is Arthaspuranam so you have to when the sentence is read you understand the sentence as it is read that's what I meant yatha okay I'll repeat it later next one next sentence yatha swapne यथा स्वप्ने now within brackets aviviktam that is within brackets next tatha pitriloke tatha pitriloke moolam next within brackets atmanah darshanam aviviktam eva all Shankaracharya says that aviviktam eva you can add bhavati if you want bhavati Shankaracharya supplied earlier now he doesn't say bhavati so you can bring that previous bhavati here to complete the sentence all right yatha swapne aviviktam tatha pitriloke atmanah darshanam aviviktam eva bhavati next sentence yatha apsu yatha apsu Yeah. Aviviktavayavam. Avivikta avayavam. Shankaracharya's words. Yatha apsu avivikta avayavam means fragmented image. Indistinct fragmented image. That's the best. Okay. Avivikta avayavam. Pariva dadrishe moolam. Pariva dadrishe. Within brackets, paridrishyate. तथा गंधर्वलोके आत्मनः दर्शनम अविविक्तम एव all within brackets. आत्मनः दर्शनम अविविक्तम एव. Again Shankaracharya says, full stop. छाया तपयोः इव. Okay, छाया तपयोरिव. Within brackets, दुष्प्रापे ब्रह्मलोके. दुष्प्रापे only in brackets. दुष्प्रापे ब्रह्मलोके आत्मनः दर्शनम अत्यंत विविक्तम भवति. आत्मनः दर्शनम अत्यंत विविक्तम भवति. Those days when they had books, okay, if they had books, that's good. And Gita Press and all doesn't distinguish the Moolam words from the Bhaashyam words. It's just one whole series. And you have to be very alert. And I always circle all these words. So I want to see the Moolam. And so here also we are now sprinkling some words. So we are putting a lot of things in brackets. All right. Okay. Brahmaloke Atmanaha Darshanam Atyanta Viviktam Bhavati. Let me read the whole thing again. Yatha Adarshe Lokaha Atmanam Atyanta Viviktam Pashyati Tatha Iha Atmani Swabuddhau Atmanaha Darshanam Viviktam Bhavati. Full stop. Yatha Swapne Aviviktam. You can add more words. Okay. This is just sample. Yatha Swapne Aviviktam Bhavati Tatha Pitruloke Atmanaha Darshanam Aviviktam Eva Bhavati. Full stop. Yatha apsu aviviktavayavam bhavati. Sorry. Yatha apsu aviviktavayavam pariva dadrishe paridrishyate, comma, tatha gandharvaloke atmanaha darshanam aviviktam eva bhavati. Full stop. Chaya tapayoho iva dushprape brahmaloke atmanaha darshanam atyanta viviktam bhavati. So the dushprape, be careful. Shankaracharya says saha tu dushprapaha. Okay. Saha cha dushprapaha. Right? Saha brahmalokaha dushprapaha. He doesn't say dushprape. But I'm adding the dushprape brahmaloke because brahmaloke is saptami vibhakti. Dushprapaha will become dushprape. That I've added. Just a caution. Cautionary note. All right. Yeah, Premaji.
Guruji, I didn't quite get a word there because tatha iha atmani tam, and then there is a word atmanah darshanam viviktam bhavati yatha swapne. But that atmani tam.
Yeah. Atmani swabuddhau.
Swabuddha. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Swabuddhau. In one's own intellect. That's what it is. Good. Okay. Got that? Let's go to the Sambandha Bhaashyam of the next month. Katham asau bodhavyah
Katham asau bodhavyah
kim va tad avabodhe
kim va dadabodhate
kim
dadabodhe
prayojanam
prayojanam
iti uchyate.
iti uchyate.
Right. So now sambandham to the next mantra. Okay, let's read the 6 also. Indriyanam pratak bhavam. Venkatraman, unmute yourself.
Indriyanam pratak bhavam
Udayastamayau chayat
udaya tapayau tamayau chayat
prithak utpadyamananam
pratak udpatyamananam
matva dhiro na shochati.
matva dhiro na shochati.
So now, okay, now I understand. Now I understand why you are saying that this self-discovery has to happen in this loka right now. And so, again, can you please tell me? You may have told me before, but katham asau bodhavya. Asau means this. So others. So this yeshaha. So yeshaha atma, asau atma. This atma, which is the subject of discussion. Bodhavya. How is this atma to be understood? How is atma to be understood? Kim va tat avabodhe prayojanam iti uchyate. And also, what is the use? What is the benefit of knowing this atma? Can you repeat that? Long ago you told me this, but I need to know. And because that's how it is. The Brahma Vidya is like that. Because everything we are oriented towards Aparavidya. And this Paravidya is so different. So different. And we get glimpses of it. And so, please, Shankaracharya is introducing the next mantra in this manner. Kim va tadavabodhe. In the understanding of that, when I understand that, what benefit will I get? Perfect. This guy knows. The student is asking that question. Must ask the question. What do I get out of it? That clarity has to be there. Everything. Clarity is there in everything. That's why this is not an academic pursuit for us. So, Indriyanam pratak bhavam udayastamayo chayat pratak utpadyamanam. So first, he's doing a pancha indriya viveka. Viveka. Pure viveka. He says, the sense organs are there with which you see the entire world. You come to know the world from the sense organs. Again. But these sense organs, they themselves have come from the Panchabhutas. They are Panchabhautikam. Okay. Panchabhautikam. Tasmad vaye, tasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha, akashad vayuhu, vayoragnihi, like that we saw. In Taittiriya it comes. Okay. From Atma, all these Panchabhutas have come. But then the Atma is apanchabhuta. Everything else is panchabhuta. Atma is this one. Jagat is panchabhautikam. Atma is not panchabhautikam. It is apanchabhautikam. Correct? We saw all this before. What did we see? We saw panchabhautikam, drishyatvam, sagunatvam, savikaratvam, agamapayitvam. These are the attributes of this jagat, which is panchabhautikam, which is the attribute of the panchabhutas. That's why the world is whatever it is made of. And so, that is how it is. Like that, indriyanam pratak utpademananam, that indriyas are different from Atma. That kind of clarity must be there. Number one. And he gives an adjective to indriyas. He says, prathak utpadyamana. That means distinct, different, separate. These sense organs are also very interesting. There is no commonality between any two sense organs. Correct? Eyes can do the job of seeing. You can't say I'm short-sighted and therefore let me use my ears to see these mountains. You can't do that. You have to put glasses, you have to do something to the eyes and then be able to do the job that the eyes can do. Only eyes can. You can't say my taste buds are, they say, what is it? Naaka settu pochu, And so when people are sick or whatever, so let me taste with my nose. You can't say that. You can smell with your nose if you want, but you can't taste with your nose. That's how it is. So pritag utpadyamananam. And what does Tadvapodakara say? We'll talk about it in the next class. That's a clue. Why it is pritag, etc. All right. And then he says, Matva dhirona sochati. This kind of Atma and Atma Viveka is giving us an idea for Atma and Atma Viveka. If you look at the world as distinct from yourself, then the person who knows that clearly, Matva dhiraha na sochati. Kaschin dhiraha. Some dhiraha, that Viveki, na sochati, no longer grieves. That is what I say. All right, we'll conclude. Om Apadamapahataram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmanah Santu Nirbhayah. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.